Yo, what up, though? StephG in the building.
What's good, y'all?
Brooklyn in the building. How you doing?
BK, I'm good. I'm chilling, just working.
Hey, I know, man. I see you working in music, man. You making waves, blazing through, getting it, put it on, representing for New York, man.
You already know I have to.
Everybody always have to ask this, man. But how do you feel about the scene? Do you feel like it's a resurgence? What's the energy like amongst the hip hop scene right now?
I feel like right now girls is making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm really excited for. You know, I love to see. I feel like everybody is on their game. Like right now, everybody's on top of their shit. So, you know, it's the energy is anywhere that I go around as artists, the energy is popping. Like we all here to work.
For sure. Like, do you feel like maybe this is the best time in hip hop history for women? Like, just in general?
Yeah, I do. I feel like everybody's welcoming women more now. Like they're a little bit more open-minded to, all right, there's a whole bunch of female rappers now.
What do you think is the cause of the shift that's making it more receptive to women?
I feel like certain people kind of open that lane. Like, for example, I think Cardi, she definitely has something to do with it too. Because once she blew up, I feel like she just opened the wave. Like, oh, you know, coming from where she came from and, you know, the type of work she used to do. And then she came, blew up. So everybody, I feel like she gave people hope. She's one of them. Nicki, of course. Nicki always been that. But I just feel like a lot of women right now, they're on the top of their shit. Yeah.
And I may attribute it to, like, I think now you got a lot more females in, like, boss positions.
Yeah.
Where it's not so, I mean, it's still male dominant, but women are starting to catch up and be in those executive roles to open up more doors for women.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is some of the things you're still battling with as a woman in hip hop, though, that you feel like still needs to be worked on more?
I feel like closed mouths don't get fed. So I feel like my pride sometimes holds me back from asking certain shit that will put me in a better position. So I feel like that's something that I definitely have to work on.
Why you use your pride? Like, what
like
makes you not
like,
want to ask?
If I know somebody, like, I should be using that connection. But I'd be like, nah, I don't want to dick ride. I want to do this shit on my own. Something like that. Like, I need to get over that.
Define that for me, because I hear that term a lot, dick riding. Like, what's the definition of that?
It's really dumb. It's dumb when you really think about it, because dick riding really, if you're trying to do business, it's not dick riding. But us as humans, we automatically think that. But to me, dick riding is just like, okay, I'm gonna ride on this person's wave because I know they got this and I need this to get here. So I'm gonna do whatever he tells me to do, or I'm gonna be on his. I don't know. I was gonna say I'm gonna be in his dick, but that's not really defining it. But I feel like the terminology is just dumb, honestly.
Yeah, because I feel like anytime we always talk about like black people, minorities, whatever, need to come together, and then when you try to come together and support somebody, then somebody like, oh well, you dick riding that person because you supporting them, or
support is not dick riding. Let's get that clear. It's not.
But even like, let's say if somebody got a wave going on, right?
Yeah.
And you trying to catch momentum for that wave, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Like I watch Shark Tank all the time. And on Shark Tank, they never invest in a business that's not showing that they can move product already.
Yeah.
If he be like, how long you been in this business? 4 years. Or how many items have you sold for? They be like, I'm out. I'm not fucking with it.
Yeah, they don't see the vision.
Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of get why people, once they see a person get momentum, they be like, okay, let me attach themselves to it.
Yeah, but I feel like if you are going to do that, you still have to show that you're there to work. It can't be like you just there and you're just going to ride off their wave and not put in any work.
Got you.
I feel like if you got something to bring to the table, then it's okay to ride off that person's wave.
For sure.
Yeah.
So let's just start with the journey, man. So Brooklyn native, what was that upbringing like for you?
You know, I was raised in Brownsville. So, you know, hip hop is very important out there. So I was raised around hip hop culture.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm Dominican too. So I was raised around Dominicans and I was raised around, you know, the hip hop culture.
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry.
It's all
Excuse
good.
me. Sorry about that.
You good?
So yeah, I definitely feel like that's why my music now is the way it is, because of the combination of cultures that I had growing up.
Being Dominican or Latina, like, I know I live down in Texas. So when we look at like Hispanics or Mexicans, they have a hard time crossing over, breaking into hip hop.
Yeah.
But like Dominicans, Puerto Ricans seem like they kind of can get in that space a little bit. Or do you feel like being Dominican or Latina that it's still slow to accept y'all into hip hop? Do you feel like
It's still harder. I feel like people don't respect it sometimes. Like, oh, you trying to, come in our culture and try to, say what we say or use words that we say. But honestly, I'm black too. So I feel like it's okay for me to do what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
Especially since where I grew up at. That's just where I grew up. So it only makes sense.
Who were some of the notable artists that came out from your way?
Well, like I told you, I have something with Kid Goddess. She's upcoming.
Yeah.
She's from Brownsville. I'm trying to think of a couple other people. Young M.A.
Okay.
Yeah, she's actually right around from where my family's from. Yeah, that's all I could think of right now.
Got you.
But it's a couple.
So, what in your upbringing, like, what inspired you to hop into hip hop? Like, what was your draw to the actual culture?
Honestly, I always been into the performing arts. So, like I started off with dancing. I was a choreographer or whatever. So I was always into music. But then honestly, one day I just woke up and I realized I was nice and I was like, I'm gonna do this shit.
Got you.
Yeah.
Well, waking up and feeling that you was nice, did you have that aha moment though? Like when you was actually either performing or heard a record or validation from somebody? What was that aha moment for you? It was like, yo, yeah, this is it.
Honestly, it was in the studio.
Okay.
I always used to write though. Like I used to do like poetry and stuff like that. So I always had it in me, but I never thought of myself going in the studio and actually rapping. So when I went in the studio and then I had like everybody with me, everybody was like, yo, this shit is hard. Like, I had that support. So that's basically, it was there. I remember that one day, it was my second studio session.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, you talk about like K Goddess and y'all working on music together. Kind of tell me what made you link up, although I know y'all same hood, but what made y'all link up and what is it about K Goddess that made you decide to do that feature?
Yeah, we have history because we used to bartend together.
Okay.
So I know her for years. So then I saw her, she started rapping, and I was like, oh, that's what's up. And then I started rapping, so I'm just like, we saw each other. She was like, yo, we got to get one in. I was like, hell yeah. And that's how that came about.
So that was at Starlet's, right?
We used to work at Lust, like Starlet's, I think, too.
Okay.
Like a couple of clubs.
Explain the strip club culture in New York, because Texas, what I'm saying, it's wide open. Like Texas strip club be lit, but like New York strip clubs, what's the culture like? Because I heard the bartenders made more money than the strip clubs.
Yeah, there was like this whole drama going on about that. I think I just stopped bartending when that happened. But yeah, in New York, the bartenders usually make more money than the strippers. There are strippers that make a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but here is about the bartenders.
Why? Like what do the bartenders do?
That's just how it came about. I feel like they're a little bit more picky on who they choose to bartend versus the strippers. Like strippers, I feel like they're a little bit more lenient on looks and stuff like that. But to be a bartender, I feel like they require certain looks and certain, clientele to become a bartender.
But just the tips, like, so.
Okay.
So I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, I'm going to explain it to you. So they very heavy on the bartenders on bringing people out. So if I'm a bartender and I bring 2-3 people out, those people might spend money on the strippers, but they're really spending money on me because I brought them out. So they'll come to the bar, they'll exchange what they're going to exchange, and they throw it at us. So that's where the whole dilemma started. Because instead of spending on the strippers, they come in and they spend the singles on the bartenders. Who
would you contribute to? Who started that wave? Like where did that tip in the bartender start coming?
I could be wrong, but there was there was Powerball Sundays.
Okay.
I don't remember the promoters, but I really think that's where it started. Like they had that specific day and they had like the baddest girls bartend and then they bring their people out and make it a movie and then it just, transpired through the rest of the clubs. I really saw that in Starless. That's where I really saw it start.
Okay. Now, you lead bartender. What made you decide to leave?
I was just ready for change, honestly. Like, it was fun. I miss it sometimes, I miss getting cute. I miss, the whole party life. But I just felt like it was time for change.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, when you look at the bartender and the strip culture, that's kind of like the trap for women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you make a lot of money there.
Yeah. So you leave that, At what point in time? How long have you been seriously pursuing like hip hop as your passion as your profession?
I would say about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so like I listen to the music and like when you hear it right now, like I know for New York that drill sound is the wave right now.
Yeah, heavy.
And I also ask this a lot, is if you could define your sound to people who may just be tapping into you for the first time, how would you define it? What makes you different? What makes you unique versus everyone
I
else?
think what makes me unique is that I could jump on literally anything.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be drill. I like drill. I do drill. I know it's lit right now, so I try to still do it, but I don't want to be considered just a drill artist. So I always try to jump on different type of beats. I literally could jump on anything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I always want to touch like current topics before we go to the music and what you're working on. I be looking at things like we all about women empowerment. We always want to believe women, but right now Megan Thee Stallion is kind of under the scope right now. Some people feel like she might have been lying.
I see that a lot.
Should we automatically jump on the victim's side when it should just be proven in court?
I think we should mind our business right now. That's what I think. I think until all the details is out, completely out, and this case is closed, I feel like everybody should mind their business because we was not there.
Yeah.
So I don't take no sides right now. She did seem a little crazy with that interview when they asked her, did they have sexual encounters? I'm not saying she lied, but she looked like she was lying. She looked like she was lying. I was like, damn, my girl fucked up there, but
She was trying to figure out if head count.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know if she lied, like I said, but I feel like we should just mind our business right now.
So then if we look at Tory Lanez then, when accusations like that, because we know like certain accusations when they come out like rape or harming a woman, even if a man is innocent, that jacket is on him. It stains him. And so when this came out, Spotify, Apple Music, all of them removed Tory Lanez from playlists.
Yeah.
Like his career was absolutely hurt from an accusation.
Yeah, that's wrong.
So it's just like as a brand, do you separate yourself when those allegations come out? Like, did brands do right by Tory Lanez by separating itself, or should they just wait until a decision is made?
I feel like you should wait until a decision is made because how about if that's not really how it went down? Now you're trying to ruin this man's career. It's not fair in my eyes.
No.
But it's like, we live in a very sensitive world, I would say. So people, they don't take that shit.
Yeah.
Once they hear something, that's it. Like, it's clipped. So it's like, I just feel like until the case is closed and everything, I feel like they should have never done that.
Did you rock with Kevin Samuels?
I feel like he said a lot of real shit. I feel like his delivery was just wrong. His delivery was off. But I feel like certain things he said did make sense and certain things I didn't agree with, not everything. Yeah.
So I don't know your relationship situation, but what type of dudes do you go for? Like, what's the ideal man? Could you take care of a dude that you met that you was attracted to? You got the bag, but he worked at Waffle House.
Nah.
Why not?
We just gotta be right here. At least same level or more. I can't. I did that already and it didn't work. So, no.
Why didn't it work? Like, what happened?
It just didn't work. Like, it wasn't worth it. So I'm just not doing it again. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why do you think it's okay? Like, because men, we can be a billionaire and we can walk in a Waffle House and see a chick and have no problem taking her out of Waffle House and upgrading her life. Why is it that men can do it, but women can only deal with usually equal or greater?
Listen, I feel like if you go back to the days, that's just how it always was. And I was raised in that type of household. Like my stepfather, he provided for my mom. He was the moneymaker. And that's just how I grew up. So
this dude making money, he just not making more money, but he contributing. He just don't have as much money.
All right. If I see that you have a vision and you working towards something and I believe in it, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's a small maybe. It's a small maybe because, like I said, I did it for love before and I'm not doing it again. Now I just feel like I don't have time to waste. I have goals.
Gotcha.
I have a lot of stuff that I want to get done and I don't have time to wait.
So right now it's money over love. Money over love. That's how you look at it.
Yeah, if you want to put it that way. It's money. Like, I still got to love you, of course. I got to still love you, but money's important. It's crucial.
I tell people all the time, nothing, like I'm married. Then I tell my wife all the time, nothing dry up wop like broke. Even me being married, I know the worst thing I can ever do as a married person, a married man, is to go broke. Because people be like, oh, that's messed up. Your wife's supposed to love you. Man, I don't care what nobody say. Women put you on the clock when you don't got no money.
It depends though. Like if I'm already with you and you go broke, I'm not gonna leave you.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. We're gonna figure shit out.
Hey, knows what you said. We're gonna figure it out. How long does he have to stay broke before he need to bounce back? What's the time?
I don't really want to put a time limit on it, but
it's a feeling.
I feel like next year, like we gotta be on some shit. Like if not, it's clip. Like
It's
that means
over?
you don't care. Like if I see you putting no efforts towards making money, like you gotta have ambition. Ambition is the number one thing with me. Like I need to see that you want to do better. I need to see that you're working towards something.
What if he's being ambitious, but it's towards his dream, but his dream just ain't yielding no money yet? Even it's a year later, he ain't making no money yet. But this, you see him out here in the studio working on his album, doing whatever.
I'll tell him, let's find a balance. Work on your dreams, but you got to work on something else too that's gonna provide.
You're supposed to support him though.
I'm still gonna support, but you got to have a balance. It can't be just fully trying to chase a dream and it's not bringing in money for years. Like,
but you got
you
the
need
bag.
money to support your dreams, so you need to find a balance.
But you got the money though.
Listen,
You're not gonna support your man's dream?
Nah, I would still support. Like I said, I would still support, but you have to show. You got to meet me halfway. You got to meet me halfway.
I mean, I'm on YouTube getting instrumentals all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching all the Jay-Z videos, everything. I'm preparing, I'm perfecting my craft.
Nah, I'm supporting it. But there's gonna be a certain time if I see that nothing's happening and there's no money coming in either. Like, all right, find a balance. Don't forget about your dreams, but just, help me out.
Got you. Now, since you've been into your artistry and everything like that, have you been able to travel outside of just into other regions that actually collab and work? Like, what's some of your other places you've been?
Like I told you, I was doing some shows. I'm doing a lot of shows now. So, I've been like going to like Connecticut.
Okay.
I went to Boston, and not for nothing, but they show love.
Okay.
I just think they show a lot of love.
What's the people like it? Because I feel like everybody, to me, feel like New Yorkers. Like, I just love Connecticut, Boston, anything East Coast.
I thought the same thing until I went and I performed. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What made it different?
The support, you could just see like it was different. Like I feel like New York is the hardest place to please. I love my city, but it's hard to please New Yorkers.
Yeah, hip hop.
They're just not impressed. You gotta be like over the top for them to be impressed. So I feel like when I went, I went out the state or whatever, I feel like it was just off the back. Like, yes, let's go. Like it was different. It was cool.
Do you feel like when it comes to your music, which is more important? Is it the actual context or content of the song, or just the vibe and the feel of the song?
I have my days. Like I have my days that I'm in the studio and I'm like, yo, I want to spit some shit. Like I want to spit some real shit. Like I don't even care nobody vibe to this. I just want people to hear it and hear the bars. But then I have my days I'll be like, nah, I want a fun vibe. That's why I said I like to be versatile. I like to give a little bit of everything because I know somebody might like this, but they might not like that. So.
Who will be your influences, some of the people that you would want to work with, dead or alive, in the industry?
My number one is Drake.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Drake. So I definitely want to have a feature with him in the future. I really fuck with Lil Baby. Of course, the girls in hip-hop, Cardi, that's a fact.
Okay.
But yeah, from back in the days, Lauryn Hill. I love Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Missy Elliott, I love her creativity, like her videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Gaga, her little weird videos. Like it's a whole bunch of people I look, for inspiration.
Speaking of Drake Savage, man, you see him following that dude's wife.
I saw that.
Man, I'm quite sure he be trying to look at her phone all the time to see.
Yeah, now he's like, let me see. Let me see your messages.
Do you think she take Drake up on the offer if he shot a shot for real?
Probably. Girls are crazy.
You think most dudes will lose their chick to Drake?
It's Drake.
What percentage? If out of 100%, like what percentage of Drake shot a shot at somebody's wife, girl? What percentage of us losing?
I would say a good 70.
God damn it, Drake.
60, 70.
God damn, man.
It's Drake. Girls go crazy for him.
Wow, what makes Drake special? What you like about him?
I think it's really also his music. Like, it's just his music. He really dedicates his music to women.
Yeah.
You know, which is very important because women, they buy.
Absolutely.
So, you know, he's smart. So, you know, he focuses on the women. Women love him.
I be trying to put myself in that position, man. Like if I was trolling Drake and then he follows my wife and say she look like she need a
Oh
good
my
time.
God.
God damn, I will, man. My insecurity will be through the roof at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Your girl's probably whispering in your ear because I've been cheating. Like, girl, you might as well do it. Remember when he did X, Y, Z?
They start remember everything you did back in the day.
Yeah, man. The women cold-blooded. So, like, a lot of people look at female hip-hop, like we was talking about earlier, like, it's definitely growing and it's expanding.
Yeah.
But some people critique women hip-hop that it's nothing more than just hoe rap.
Whole rap?
Whole rap, like my pussy, my this, pay me for this, need 20,000 to get this, take me on trips to get this. And some people will critique that it's not real lyrical no more. It just rap a little bit, turn around, shake your ass, and my pussy.
Man, listen, I try to stay away from it the most I can, that type of rap. I do. I'm not saying I don't. I do have songs that I talk about that. I'm still a woman.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to use it. But I try to stay away from that. But in defense of the women that do rap in that sense, you got to give people what they want. Listen, I put out a song and I'm spitting bars, spitting my heart out. It does okay. But let me start talking about some next shit and about my pussy and shaking my ass. The views go high.
Got you.
So I feel like a lot of women also, they're just trying to, like, you know, they're doing what they feel they could sell. Sex sells.
No, I agree. Like, I mean, because you kind of see that like on Instagram as well. Like, a woman could put on a business formal type of dress and she get some likes, but she show that ass is out of there.
Yeah.
Who do you think is tapping in more when sex sells? Is this a guy thing or is it a woman thing?
I say both.
Yeah.
I say both, but I say mostly guys. When it's a sex thing, I feel like it makes the guys want to watch.
Because it's like this, right? Like you could be a handsome dude and have a great body, but if you and that dude would have a follower, a bunch of women. Like dudes not trying to follow other dudes that look because they look good.
Facts.
But if you're a woman, you get both men and women. Like dudes be like, because women can say other women is sexy as hell.
Yeah.
And it can, glamorize your body just as much as us.
Like, yo, bro, you look handsome.
Yeah, like, bro, you looking real buff today. You know? How many push-ups? But dudes got ways of doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
I see guys,
hey,
they be like, I love you, bro. You look good, whatever.
Or dudes be like, bro, who your barber? Because dude just posted
that's
a
like
picture.
saying, I like your haircut.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, we got to get in the gym sometime.
Yeah.
Right? Niggas got a way of saying it without coming out saying
but they can't. They got to choose their words wisely.
Yeah. So, like, right now, you're doing the shows and things of that nature. Like, what exactly are you working on music-wise and things like that?
So, I have a lot of summer drops coming up, and I have a tape that I'm working on. I prolonged my tape so many times, but I'm happy that I did.
Okay.
Because when I first started rapping, I thought those songs were it. But, as you develop as an artist, you're like, nah, that shit was trash. Now I want all new shit. So, now I'm working towards my tape.
Got you. Yeah. Is it? Have you ever went back on a song that you, like you said, as you evolve, you get better? But is it a song that you look back and you cringe, like I can't even listen to it? Like,
yeah, there is. There is. I was telling my team, I was like, yo, I want to delete it. They're like, no, leave it. Like, they like people need to see your growth.
Yeah,
leave it.
So you got the tape.
Yeah,
and I can understand in my frame of mind of why people kind of hold tapes. Or, I mean, I can see why they drop tapes, but like albums, it's tough to move now. Even if you're some of the biggest stars, it's moving whole projects like that. It's kind of tough now.
It's not easy. That's why I'm calling mine a tape and not an album. I'm not ready for an album yet.
What's the difference? There
is really no difference, but from my knowledge, once you call something an album, people really look at your sales.
Got you.
Crazy. Which rather a tape, it's like, all right, she's just putting stuff out there.
Okay, got you.
So I feel like they look at it different.
Okay. So like working on the project and the singles, like which single do you feel like you're gonna lead with coming into the summer?
I don't know yet.
You don't know?
I told you I'm recording all new shit.
But if you're always recording, how do you ever pick? Because it's always like the newest song always feel like the best song.
I know. That just happened to me yesterday, honestly. I just recorded some fire yesterday. But I do have A couple potentials. I have a
Okay.
couple potentials, but I'm not picking until I finish my whole tape.
Got you.
I'm almost there. I'm almost done. I got a couple new tracks I want to do.
What's your recording process? Are you a writer? Are you a punch in it? Like,
Definitely a writer. I like to write. I don't freestyling is cool, but I feel like when I try to do that, it never comes out as good versus if I take my time writing it. So that's really my process.
are you an in-studio writer or will you write?
I like to write in my own space.
Okay.
Yeah. I could write in the studio. I could, but I need to be like zoned out.
No, for sure.
I have like a certain setting that I have in my crib.
But I'll tell you what, man. Like I'm excited to see women doing their thing right now. I'm glad we're in a space where we're not forcing only one or only allowing one or two women to be at the top of hip hop game and then trying to pit them two against each other.
Right.
I mean, you look at it now. Of course, you got Cardi, got Nicki. Of course, they had their little thing going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got yourself. You got the city girls. You got Young and May. You know, the list just goes on of women just doing their thing at the highest level.
Yeah.
Are you inspired at this time?
Yes, I am. I'm very inspired. Every time I see somebody doing a thing, I don't hate. It makes me like, yo, one day I'm going to be there. One day I'm going to be selling out shows. One day I'm going to be there. So it inspires me, honestly. I'm excited.
Are you currently signed or are you independent?
I'm not signed. No,
Okay.
not yet. I'm independent.
Is that the goal? Like to?
I'm trying to stay independent. If the right offer comes along, I'll consider it.
Why,
But we're trying to stay independent.
Why stay independent?
You know, I feel like in the long run, you know, it benefits us.
Because you see, like people like Drake. As much as Drake has done, he has never went independent.
I know. But it worked out for him. I feel like everybody's story is just different. That's why I said I'm not saying I won't get signed because you just don't know.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you just never know. If the offer comes and it's going to benefit me, I'm taking it.
Gotcha. In the game right now, what do you feel like, and we're in with this, it's like, what do you feel like is the hardest part of the game? Is it the marketing side of it, the financial side of it, or pushing it? Like, what do you find is the most difficult part of being an artist?
It's always the financial part.
Yeah.
You need money for this game. I can't stress that enough. You need money. Like, there could be somebody that's probably more talented, but if the other person is not even as talented, but they got the money, they're going to market themselves and people are going to see them. They might make it before her. So it's really a money game.
Got you. I lied. One more thing just popped in my head. Could you do a poly relationship?
It's weird to me, honestly. I don't think so.
I seen
I'm with having fun.
Yeah.
I'm with having fun, but like actually have a relationship where it's like 3-4 of us, that's not happening. I don't see that happening.
Well, why not? Because, you know, I seen the post. It was saying like, I'm going to paraphrase. I might mess this up. Where it was saying something like, we so used to seeing a woman got used to seeing a single mom with 2 kids, and we frown upon a man who got 2 wives taking care of his family.
That's crazy. What do you mean a woman with 2 kids and a man with 2 wives? That's not even comparable.
Like we okay with a mother. We accepted a mother being a single mother with 2 kids, but we frown upon a man who has 2 wives.
I just don't feel like it's comparable. I think the comparison is dumb.
Apples and oranges.
Yeah, like that just sounds. So why are we not comparing a woman with 2 men versus a man with 2 women?
Oh, could you have 2 husbands?
That's a comparison.
Okay, let's talk about could you have 2 husbands?
No. It's too much stress. I feel like it's too much stress. That's the part of it. It's the stress. Like, it's too much keeping up to do. Now I have to cater to you and cater to you too. I gotta wash your clothes. It's too much. Too much.
That's why it's better to have a man that had 2 wives, because y'all both can wash clothes.
Yeah, it's good for him.
Yeah.
It's good for him.
But it's good for him too.
Doesn't benefit us the other way around.
But it does. Think about it. If you're looking for a traditional standpoint, one person can wash the clothes, the other person can take care of the dishes. Or if you want to look at it from an equal standpoint,
so sister wives.
Yeah. Or if you want an even more modern part, if she making $100,000 a year, you making $100,000, he making $200,000, that's $400,000 that's coming into the household. That's paying off the house. That's the trips. That's the everybody working together for.
When you put it in a financial state, it sounds good.
So what about a sexual state? What would make it bad?
I don't know. Honestly, I never really put mind to this because I never think about having a polygon relationship. So I can't really, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Like, I don't know if I
Poly's the
would
way
do
to
it.
go.
It sounds like you in a poly relationship.
I'm not yet.
Not
I'm
yet.
trying to tell my wife sometime, but she don't be
Yeah.
listening to me. Like, hell no.
She's like, nah, I'm not with
Tell her
it.
you need a sister wife. Like, look at it. You already swept the
Listen,
floor.
it
She could have
works
came
for
behind
people.
for
I've
more.
seen people it works for.
Yeah,
I seen it. But like I said, I'm with having fun.
gotcha.
But being in a relationship, I just feel like it's already a lot with each other than to add a third person in the picture.
Well, it
It's
might be
the
balance.
emotional, I don't know.
Women caddy. Maybe the woman got to pick the girl.
And that too. And it's a lot, it's like competition too. Like, who gonna fuck him better? Who gonna do this better? You know what I mean? And then it starts problems.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I tell you what, I appreciate you sitting down with being transparent,
Yeah.
doing your thing in the music game.
You already know like a G.
You know what I'm saying? I hope, you know what I'm saying, as you continue to grow, you know, my clout is here now. Once I post this picture, I know I'm going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you coming to sit with me.
Thank you for having me.
And I hope we get the link again. Just come down to Texas.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I was there for South by Southwest, by the way.
Oh, I was in Disney World, so I didn't even
you
get to
wasn't
make
there?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there though.
Hey,
No link for sure.
hey, we're going to turn up. Well,
right.
until we meet again, StephG, I
All right,
appreciate
later,
you.
y'all.
Peace.